What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Mental Money back again, Rossi, your host. And I did say that I'd be becoming a bit more consistent on YouTube. Hopefully, I am proving that with the more regular videos. And I'm here today to talk to you about stress and how, that can have more of an impact on your life than you probably see, and how we can, minimize the stress that is unneeded and utilize the stress that is. Because it's all about balance, and it's a struggle to keep the balance. It's a struggle to make an efficient routine, and I think some people out there find this information useful. So myself, I come under a lot of stress, and some people say I come across as, the calmest, most collect person there is, and that I'm always relaxed. And that's not 100% the truth. I myself do get stressed. It's just how I output the stress and how I make that stress efficient to my routine, and how I can relieve some of the stress that is unnecessary. And how you kind of go about it, there's many different ways. So if you think you're under a lot of stress, the best way we can go about making it efficient for you is trying to categorize what part of the day or the thing that you're going through, what type of stress mainly is that. Whether it's a physical stress that you physically can't output, or is it a mental stress that you can't, get in order, or is it something in the situation which would fall under physical. So we're trying to figure out whether it's physical or mental, because this is how we're going to relieve some of the unnecessary stress. So if it's physical stress that you're going through to the point where you're physically like trembling or tired, the best way to relieve that stress, if you aren't already tired, is to make yourself tired. Exercise and do some maybe yoga or light exercise, and just that will relax your body. It'll also relax your mind. But if it's a mental stress, what you really want to do is meditation, or you want to do some mindfulness, or you want to give your brain some type of distraction. And that will kind of adjust your mind to the fact that the stress is there. It's just we'll learn how not to let it stand in front of us. There's another really important thing when you're categorizing these, is that if you have both, you want to just relieve one of them. You don't want to relieve both, because you'll be tired, like super, super tired. And you don't want to just be in a position where, your body's tired, your mind is tired, and then you've got no kind of energy for anything left. What we want to do is make an efficient routine. So we're going to try and keep energy either in your mind or in your body. And the way we can do that is just by eliminating one of the types, which should relieve some of the other, but we're needing to store that energy. So once you've kind of done some mindfulness or you've done some exercise, you'll already feel a lot less stressed than you were before. Maybe not so much, maybe. For some people, they find it doesn't relieve that much, which is all individual. But after that, what we're going to do with the stress that is still there, we're going to have to turn that into some sort of motivation, which means turning it into an emotion. Rather than stress, which is kind of this, it's like a presence, right? It can be physical, but that's caused by a mental, and it can be mental, which could be caused by the physical. So what we're gonna try and do through that mindfulness that you've just done, or the exercise, that focus that it took, focus on the stress, and try and pull out a word of the emotion you're feeling because of that stress, or the emotion that caused the stress. Pull that one word out, right? Or maybe it's 2 words, but what you want to do with that word is picture it and then use that word and hold that stress now as that word, rather than it being stress and labeling it as stress. Label it as something else that we can use in a constructive way. So something like anger, or sadness, or something of that region, right? And what we can do is channel that energy into motivation, because anger is one of the purest forms of energy. And sadness, you rise from sadness, right? You can uplift yourself from the sadness. And it's about finding a way to make yourself efficiently using the emotions you're feeling. And it's really, really, really difficult to grasp onto at first. You might not believe a word I'm saying, and that's fine. But if you manage to do it, you will understand what I'm doing a botch job of trying to explain, is how we can, as humans, channel negative energy into positive energy. I guess that's actually a better quote of what you need to do. So all this bad energy that flows around your body, we just need to figure the way to turn it into a positive energy. And then the excess negative energy, we need to figure out how to relieve that so it's the weight off the back, so you can move forward with your positive energy better. So that is the way that I personally come across as relaxed and seem like I've got my shit together, and make myself seem, calm on the exterior. People think that I am naturally calm, whereas in reality, I'm naturally a very energetic type of person. But because of the way I present myself and the way I use stress to get on with stuff and turn it into a positive thing, I'm able to relieve that stress that would make me angry. And by doing so, I have a more efficient routine. And if I stick to the routine, I'm usually pretty okay. But I notice when I start to fall out of that routine, that my anger starts coming back and the stress comes back. So by sticking to the routine, it clearly works because it's a positive energy and people notice that. But I notice in myself that when I don't follow the routine of channeling and changing those emotions, that I do tend to slip back into the old ways. So I just thought I'd bring that up. It's a bit of a brain puzzle for you, and I hope that you'll be able to figure it out on your own terms. But it's mainly, I post these things just as an idea, because you might not have any other options, or you might have loads of other options that don't work. And this is me trying to put stuff out there that is kind of out there, outside the box thinking. And it's all based on experience. And I've built up this kind of catalogue of ways I deal with things. This isn't the way that everyone's going to deal with things, but it's a way that I deal with it. And, experience is always useful. So I find watching videos that are proper outside the box really helpful, because I think to myself, why does no one believe this person? I tried it and it worked, you know? You start to think about it afterwards and you're like, maybe I need to start thinking outside the box a bit more often. But that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for dropping by. And if you do find this information helpful, I also want to, kind of say to you, keep going, stay motivated, and keep that positive energy moving. But thank you again for keeping up with my content. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.